It's possible today that former Governor Don Siegelman could be out of a federal prison before Christmas.
A federal judge from Georgia will be making that decision before the end of the week, we are told. WIAT 42 News reporter Mike McClanahan is live in Montgomery, where both sides made oral arguments today. Mike.
Three years into a 6.5-year sentence, Siegelman was unshaven and shackled in a red prison jumpsuit as he appeared before a courtroom full of supporters. His appeals hinge on whether or not he got a fair trial and sentence. Now, federal prosecutors argue that the issues have already been looked at and say Siegelman should stay locked up. Now that District Judge Clay Land is assigned to the case, defense attorneys for Siegelman hope they will be able to get former U.S. Attorney Laura Canary to testify under oath and subpoena her emails relating to the Siegelman trial. Siegelman attorney Greg Craig argues she had a financial conflict of interest because her husband was a political consultant for Siegelman's Republican opponent. In court, Craig said that a whistleblower's testimony and an email from Canary to the prosecuting team will show that she remained involved in the case after recusing herself. Federal prosecutors told Judge Land that in 2002, the Department of Justice found Canary did not have a conflict of interest and that an appellate court found she only had minimal involvement, when Siegelman's co-defendant Richard Scrushy made a similar argument. Siegelman's attorneys and family had no comment after the hearing, but the former governor's supporters had a lot to say.
The government has continued to say that we've not met a threshold, but yet they haven't given us the opportunity to seek the documents that we need to prove it. And I think, there's a glimmer of hope that we may finally get it.
It was not unusual for someone to make a contribution to a governor, and it seemed that that contribution from Scrushy got interpreted as a bribe, which I think was not correct. And I think that's really what this whole shenanigans have been about.
Friend and former staffer for Siegelman, Chip Hill, says that Siegelman will remain in the Montgomery County Jail until Judge Land issues a decision. Judge Land said he would issue a written decision by Friday. Live in Montgomery, Mike McClanahan, WIAT 42 News. Coverage you can count on.